Hello students, welcome to the next lecture on the GATE 2023 statistics solution. Today we will discuss about question number 16 to 20 with the help of shortcut tricks. Myself Dr. Garg, you can simply follow my YouTube channel where you can find the various lectures on the GATE statistics. Else you can simply follow my Telegram channel link, you can scan this code and then join with me. What we have discussed in our previous lecture, we have discussed 11 to 15 questions and the previous year GATE 2020 complete sets are there. Now we will describe in this lecture start from the question number 16 to 20. So let's start with this question. That's very simple. Again we will see the help of the shortcut tricks. If you look about this function where alpha is the positive, lambda is the positive, and the median of this x is my 2 and the third quartile is 2. That's very simple. How you can write the median in terms of the function? We all know median is half, third quartile is my 2. What is the third quartile is 3/4. What is the f is? F is my CDF. So it means your target is to find the value of CDF from this fx. What is the CDF definition? From 0 to infinity of this. So I can take alpha of this common, x raised to power this, e raised to power minus of here. This is my CDF. Now how you can do that? I can take e raised to x raised to power alpha as a y. What is the meaning of that? Alpha x of dx is my dy. So I can substitute here this alpha x this is my dy. So I can simply written as this as a y. Now I can integrate them. It will be my e raised to power minus over this. So it will be cancelled out. So it will be minus of, I can substitute y as x raised to power alpha. Now the limit is from 0 to x. So what is the answer of this? When x is there, 0 will be 1. So 1 minus e raised to power. This is my CDF of this problem. Now once you know the CDF of this, I can substitute here. That will the answer. What is the f of 1? Half 1 minus of this. So can you find the value of lambda from here? Clearly says that lambda is nothing but my ln e of 2. So this option is cancelled out, this option cancel out. Now you only need to check whether alpha is 1 or 2. I can use this second equation. What is the f of 2? F of 2 is my 3/4. 1 minus f x is my 2. So 2 raised to power alpha. So clearly say that when you take alpha is, or you can see 1/4 is e raised to power minus here 2 raised to power alpha. So if I consider alpha is say 1, what will happen? This is my e raised to power 2 lambda. So if you substitute here, it will be my e raised to power 2 raised to power 2. That's 1/4 is the right answer. So it means this is the correct option of this problem. Look about this another one. So what is given to you? X is a random variable with the Poisson distribution. Then you have to find the probability expected value. So firstly, we all know how you can find the expected value. This is the x of px. So I can write this function, that is expected value of x plus 1 into probability of the x. But here the probability in terms of the conditional. So what is the, and you all knows probability of the A condition B is probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. So it means I can return this number as divided by probability of x greater than 0. How you can write the probability of x greater than 0? I can return as x is equal to 0. What is the answer of this? This is e raised to power minus lambda of 0 divided by 0 factorial. That means here. So clearly say that only the first option is there which involve this part. So it means the right answer is my here. Otherwise, how you can solve this part? So since this is the intersection proportion, so x is my greater than 0. So if this is the line 0, x plus 1 definitely be here. So I can write this portion as from 1 to infinity. So 1 over x plus 1 e raised to power minus lambda x over x factorial. So I can return x plus factorial and I can return this as e raised to power minus lambda. I can take as a common x over x plus 1 factorial. Now what I can do is I can add plus 1 and divide it by here so that it becomes my exponential. So when I take x this is x is equal to here, so I can return this number as I can take x plus 1 as a y, so it can be written as y is equal to 2 to infinity over this divided by this portion. Now you can see what is this portion. This is the e raised to power of this, but you have to subtract the first two terms corresponding to the 0. This is my 0 and corresponding to the 1. So what is the answer of this portion? E raised to power minus over this is here minus 1 minus of this. Now you can see that this portion is my here. If you open this, it will be 1. If you open this here, and here is the right answer of this problem. But there is no need to solve them this lengthy way, because once we know initially it is a part of this, that will be the right answer. Okay, look about this one. What is that? This is a gamma distribution where alpha is my positive number. Which of the following statement is not true? So expected. So we all knows that for the gamma distribution, for this gamma distribution, expected value is my here, variance is my alpha over this. So it means the first part is true, is not true. So the first part is correct statement. This is also the correct statement. Look at the expected value of this. How you can written as this is 1 by x of probability mass function or probability density function. So x minus here e raised to power of this from 0 to infinity. So I can written this number as here. This is x raised to power alpha minus 2 of this. Clearly says that this is again a gamma distribution, which is again a gamma distribution, but make sure if this is alpha minus 1, then it is a alpha is greater than 0. So it means this is applicable only when alpha is greater than 1. So this exists only when alpha is greater than 1, but they are talking about alpha greater than 0. So it means this is my false statement. So according to this question, this is my correct answer of this problem. Look at this another one. So this is a joint density function and you have to find the expected value. How you can write that? This is the expected value of the x over conditional value of this. This is the meaning of this. So it means I have to firstly find expected values of this. This is the f of xy divided by marginal of y. So this value is my 8xy. How you can find the marginal? So I can draw the graph of this. This is my x0. This is my x is equal to y. This is my y is equal to 1. So this is the portion corresponding to this. Now I can find the marginal of y, that is 8xy, collection of all those x. So I can take the limit from here 0 to y. So 8y is outside. It is x square over 2 from 0 to y. So it is 4y cube. So I can substitute here as 4y cube. So it will be 2x over y square. So I can substitute this value here, x at the point y naught. So it will be my 2x over y naught square of dx is half. Now what will be the limit is, because you have to take the limits from 0 to y. So y is nothing but my y naught. So what is that? I can take 1 over y naught square common. It's my 2 is also common. X cube divided by 3 over this way. So what is the answer of this problem? You can simplify this. You can clearly say that if I substitute y, so it is my 2y naught over 3 is my 1 by 2. So what is the y naught is 3 over 4 is the right answer of this problem. Look at the last question are there. So what is given to you? Suppose there are the 5 boxes. This is the first box, second, third, 4 and 5. Each containing blue balls are my 3, red ball is my 1 and black ball is my 2. One pen is drawn from each of the 5 boxes. If the random variable x1 denotes the number of the blue balls, x2 denotes the red ball. Okay, fine. Then what is the probability of this? That's a very simple. When x1 represents the number of the blue pens, what is the total number of the pens are there? You can see total number of the pens in the each box is my 6. So it means it follows binomial distribution with n is my 6. What is the probability of the blue ball? 3. Probability of the blue ball, that's a 3 out of 6, that's a 1 by 2. Similarly, again x2 is my binomial distribution with the number of 6. What is the probability of the red ball? How many red balls are there? 1 out of 6. It's a 1 over 6. Now what is the remaining? That both follows my binomial distribution, and you are talking about this x1 comma x2, x1 and x2 is 1. What is follows that? It follows the bivariate binomial distribution. What is the meaning of the bivariate binomial distribution? How many boxes are there? 5. So it means it's a 5 factorial divided by x1. Number of the blue balls are my 2. x1 is 1. What is the remaining? It's a 5. So it's a 2, 1 and the remainings are my 2 here. Similarly, probability of the blue ball is 1 by 2 power of this part. Probability of is 1 by 6 of 1 and the remaining part is 2, 1. Total is my 5. So what is the remaining? Is the remaining of this 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6. So I can take 6 as LCM. 6 minus 3 minus 1 is my 2 over 6, that's a 1 over 3. Now you can solve this. It's a 5, 4, 3, 2 and it's my 4 into 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 over 9. So what is the right answer of this? 4 will be cancelled out, 2, 3, 6 will be cancelled out. So it's a 5 divided by 36. That's the right answer of this problem. Is my A is the right answer. So that's a very simple concept about that, because there are the two different random variable which follows the binomial distribution. So we can combine them as a bivariate binomial distribution. So this is the each box we can written like here. So these are the 5 questions. That's a very simple tricks I can show you. We will see the next lecture of 21 to 25. You can follow my Telegram link, else follow my YouTube channel Dr. Harish Garg and the playlist GATE Statistics, where you can find all those previous lectures. I hope you can simply like, share and comment on my videos. Best of luck students. Happy learning.